big news at Parliament House.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, Peter Dutton,
Mm-hmm.
the opposition leader, likes to be pegged.
I see it. I see Peter Dutton liking a bit of pegging. I did notice that because in Australia the elections are coming up soon. So it's between Labor and Liberal. In Australia, Liberal is the right-wing party. Labor is the left-wing. I don't know why it's different in America or why it's different here or what came first, but that's how it works here. We've got Anthony Albanese, leader of the Labor Party, grew up in Housing Commission, and then we've got ex-police officer Peter Dutton, looks like Voldemort, no hair, no eyebrows, and in every clip that I see from him or about him, people are talking about pegging. What's that about?
So my Parliament correspondent that I've got, he has written us a recap.
Hang on, I think my window's open. You know, I saw everything's going wrong. Keelan's here. I saw a clip on TikTok that was very viral, and it was just someone filming their back fence, and it was text on it that says, POV, you live next to an influencer. And you could just hear Jackson Fairbairn's voice going, hey, Lachlan, do you want to play PlayStation? Hey, Lachlan, do you want to play PlayStation? Hey, Lachlan. Sorry, one more. Hey, Lachlan, do you want to play PlayStation? And I just started getting Vietnam War flashbacks to all of the horrific shit that I've screamed at this camera with the fucking window open. Because I know that when I'm in the kitchen, I can hear the neighbor calling their dog. We've gone over this. The dog's name is Louie. So I hear like a woman's voice going, Louie. I guarantee you these people have listened to every single episode since I moved in. And not when it came out, like before. Like you think the Patreon supporters get it early. My neighbors get it in real time. You know, I've never really spoken to them. I wonder what they think of me. Probably nothing good. You know, I bet what they actually get is like every now and then they just hear like a glimpse of the episode. They'll go out the back and it'll just be like, they open the back door, swastika t-shirt, selling it online. They look in the window, they just see the red glowing lights. They go, oh fuck, we live next to a Nazi. Anyway, Peter Dutton, ex-police officer, no eyebrows, likes to get pegged. I'm seeing in comment sections of every video about him, people commenting Peggy Sue. What is this about?
My Parliament correspondent's written us a recap. I'm just going to read exactly what they've said. So from my understanding, the creator Blue-Eyed Kayla Jade has this high-profile client that she calls Peggy Sue.
Oh, I've seen her. She's a prostitute, and she does like daily vlogs of like, get ready with me to fuck some bloke.
Well, she's been calling this person Peggy Sue because he likes to be pegged.
Yeah.
And apparently she talks about how rich and powerful he is. And TikTokers were trying to guess who it was. And someone said Peggy Sue is Peter Dutton. And now people have run with it and are spamming his comments. And if you go, there's a TikTok here with 1,700 comments.
Yeah.
All of them.
Is it on the Liberals?
Peggy Sue.
Is it on his account?
It's on his account. Peggy Sue.
This is how unserious Australian politics are. Americans are worried about the Civil War. We're just trying to work out if our opposition leader is getting pegged in his off time.
Peg Nathan Sue. Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, come to the front. Peggy Sue, is that you?
That's so I searched Peter Dutton on TikTok, and before the suggestion of Peter Dutton comes up, it says Peter Dutton Peggy.
They're also spamming his profile with this in the hopes that he will come out and say, I am not Peggy Sue.
That is so good. This is how good is this? I just saw this clip today. This is a Greens leader, Julian Hill. I think he's Greens or he's Labor. I can't remember. I think he's Greens. Anyway, this is a TikTok that he released about him recently, and it's just about policy. But the intro is very interesting.
Australians have Peter Dutton pegged. He tries to...
That's good.
So funny. Australian politics is awesome.
The last thing they said was, I think his social media team have been fighting for their life trying to contain it because most new comments have been filtered out or banned.
So good.
That would be so stressful to work in that office.
Yeah. Because this is like, I mean, the last time this happened, and honestly, dude, this shit wins elections. Like, just having a rumor about your leader being a sex pest or doing something embarrassing, like, that's the difference between a win and a loss. Like, I mean, last election when Scott Morrison from the Liberals was up, the rumor was one time in like the 1990s he shit his pants at Engadine McDonald's. And now still, whenever he's in the news, the comment section is just about him pooing his pants at a McDonald's.
And Peter Dutton's been doing this podcast tour, which for the most part has been going well for him. But he did a podcast with...
There will be no more appearances.
Sam Fwicker,
Yeah.
the Olympic diver.
The Olympic diver.
The Olympic diver.
Yeah.
And every single comment is just going, come on, Sam, this sucks. You know, very common Sam Fwicker L.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
People really don't like the guy. I don't like him. He sucks. He's like a bad guy. He's like
his slogan is let's get Australia back on track.
To what? The fucking horrific mistakes made during the last time they were fucking elected? I swear I will never fucking vote for that party in my life. I never have, and I never fucking will after what they did to the country during COVID and the fuck ups that they made. Like not closing the borders, not organizing any sort of response at all, fucking off during national disasters. Fuck them. They suck. I'm voting for the sex party. I'm
pretty sure their vote goes to Liberal, so don't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that with the preferential voting.
Wow.
All those fun parties.
Yeah.
Be careful who you vote for. I'm gonna get election in the comments for this, but I'm pretty sure that the fun, silly parties all go towards Liberal.
Really? I voted, I think last time I voted number one, the Animal Justice Party. But I know that, I think that goes to Labor. Yeah, anyway. He sucks. I hope they lose. But also...
I'm voting for the Dildo and Fleshlight Party.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to vote for the Pegging Enthusiast Party, the Peg Party.
The Peg Party.
The PP.
Yeah. I just think it's so funny that young people hate him so much that
Yes.
they've decided to run with this.
Yeah, it is really good.
I also think...
Because he can't... Because, like, what's really funny about this is Scott Morrison did have a lot of fun with the Engadine McDonald's rumor. Like, he talked about it on radio. He's like, no, obviously I didn't poo my pants at a McDonald's. And there was a lot of banter and, like, that actually made him look like a good sport. There's no fucking way that a politician can even address whether or not he gets pegged by a prostitute. Like, the guy's married. There's no way to talk about that in like a funny and relatable way that makes him look like a good bloke. It's such an obscene rumor that is probably not true. But like, he can't say that, he can't even talk about it because it just makes him look fucking gross. You can't have like the Prime Minister talking about anal.
Yeah.
Which makes it's the perfect rumor because it's so toxic to any politician. You can't talk about that. Like saying that you didn't get pegged by a prostitute, you lose the election. Saying that you did, you might get a couple votes from the sex party.
The thing I find the funniest is that the social media team probably had to be like, come on, Peter, be honest. Did you? Did you get pegged by this prostitute?
True. Like, this is the type of shit where it's like you have a meeting with the crisis team of like, okay, it is true, but and here's what we'll do if they find concrete evidence. But let's just act like it's not. So they have to have the serious conversation. Peter, do you like to get pegged? Here's how we would know that if it's definitely him. If we go through this blue eyes white prostitute dragon lady, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
We go through her TikTok. We watch every single mention of Peggy Sue on her account. If she at all mentions the fact that he has no hair on his hole, it's Peter Dutton. Because that's the most bald man I've ever seen in my life. Does that guy have pubes? I doubt it. He's got no eyebrows, no hair. He literally looks like Voldemort.
Yeah, they couldn't have picked a more evil-looking representative for their party.
That's the problem with him is like, even if they had genuinely amazing policy, he just looks like a villain. He looks like Lex Luthor. Like, that's what the guy looks like. But not even worse than that. Not only does he look evil, but when he speaks, he has a villain's voice.
Yeah.
You know? He looks and sounds like a comic book villain, which is not good. Like Scott Morrison, he's kind of got like a dopey, like almost likable buffoonery about him that's like relatable a little bit. But like Peter Dutton just comes across as like evil Marvel movie villain.